Welcome to the Social Lens and thank you for watching. In a landmark development that has captured the attention of the world, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, is set to deliver its ruling on the South African case against Israel. Accusations of genocide in Gaza have fueled tensions between the two nations, with profound implications for international relations, human rights, and the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The roots of the South Africa-Israel case can be traced back to the October 7 incursion in Gaza, orchestrated by the Palestinian organization Hamas. South Africa alleges that Israel, in responding to the incursion, committed genocide. Israel, on the other hand, vehemently rejects these accusations, asserting its right to self-defense against Hamas, the group it holds responsible for the tragic events. The subsequent retaliation by Israel has escalated the conflict, leading to a staggering death toll of almost 26,000 people in Gaza. The brutality of the conflict has prompted international concern, drawing the attention of the ICJ as the arbiter in this high-stakes dispute. The ICJ, headquartered in The Hague, Netherlands, is the principal judicial organ of the United Nations. Established to settle legal disputes between states and give advisory opinions on legal questions referred to it by the General Assembly, the Security Council, or other UN bodies, the ICJ holds a critical position in global affairs. The impending ruling on the South Africa-Israel case is of paramount importance, as it will not only determine the legal consequences of the alleged genocide but may also set a precedent for how international law addresses conflicts involving claims of self-defense and accusations of war crimes. Amidst the legal proceedings, the United Nations has taken a firm stance on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, addressing a ministerial open debate on the Palestinian question in the Security Council, emphasized the imperative for Israel's occupation to end. Guterres advocated for a two-state solution as the only viable pathway to resolve the decades-long conflict. Furthermore, Guterres warned of the escalating risks of a broader regional conflict stemming from the war in Gaza. Tensions have heightened in the Red Sea shipping lanes, along Israel's border with Lebanon, and through daily attacks on facilities hosting U.S. and international coalition forces in Iraq and Syria. The UN's call for an end to Israel's occupation reflects the urgency of finding a diplomatic resolution to prevent further destabilization in the region. As the world awaits the ICJ's ruling, the question of what happens if South Africa claims victory looms large. The potential outcomes are multifaceted and could reshape the dynamics of international relations. If the ICJ rules in favor of South Africa, it would be a significant blow to Israel's international standing. The diplomatic fallout could strain relations between Israel and other nations sympathetic to the Palestinian cause. Conversely, if the ruling favors Israel, it may embolden the nation's approach to self-defense and set a precedent for similar conflicts globally. The ICJ's decision could have profound implications for the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict. A ruling against Israel might bolster the Palestinian cause, potentially invigorating diplomatic efforts towards a two-state solution. Conversely, a decision in favor of Israel may exacerbate tensions, making the prospect of a negotiated settlement more challenging. The ruling could shape future legal arguments in similar cases and influence the development of international humanitarian law. Regardless of the outcome, the case highlights the humanitarian consequences of conflicts in which civilians become the primary victims. The staggering death toll and the immense suffering in Gaza underscore the urgent need for a comprehensive and sustainable resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The key question that remains unanswered is whether Israel will comply with its legal obligations, regardless of the ICJ's decision. Israel has consistently asserted its right to defend itself against Hamas and framed its actions as necessary for national security. A ruling against Israel may pose challenges to its adherence to international law, potentially leading to diplomatic isolation and sanctions. It is crucial to underscore that, at this juncture, the anticipated ICJ ruling on the South Africa-Israel case pertains to provisional measures rather than a final judgment. Provisional measures are temporary measures issued by the court to safeguard the rights of the parties involved while the case is still under consideration. In the context of the South Africa-Israel case, these provisional measures may include immediate steps aimed at preventing further harm or exacerbation of the conflict pending the final resolution. The distinction between provisional measures and a final judgment is significant, as the former does not conclusively determine the guilt or innocence of the parties involved but seeks to maintain a semblance of stability and justice during the ongoing legal proceedings. The final judgment, which will follow a more extensive examination of the legal arguments and evidence presented by both parties, holds the potential to establish a precedent with far-reaching consequences. The provisional measures, however, serve as a crucial interim step to address the urgent humanitarian and legal concerns raised by the conflict, underscoring the court's commitment to mitigating immediate harm while it navigates the complex legal intricacies of the case. The world is on the edge of its seat as it awaits the International Court of Justice's ruling on the South Africa-Israel case. The world watches, holding its breath, as the ICJ prepares to deliver a decision that could reshape the course of history and pave the way for a more just and sustainable future in the region. If you found this video informative, please click the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Until next time.